I both went to CU Boulder. We both studied engineering, and he did that for 12 years in oil and gas. I was an electrical engineer for about 6 years, and then now we're entrepreneurs in everything that involves children. So we own Sapology, which is a summer camp program, and then now Class 101, which now we get to work with older kids too, which is fun. And but yeah, so kind of a little bit about us. So spring semester is really exciting for us as college planners because every January, February, we take time to sit down with our families of our juniors, and we just talk about, how are things going? What does the future look like? And it's really fun because they're all just constantly praising us, like, oh my gosh, we don't know what we'd do without you guys. And then with our seniors, it's all about celebrating. So they're getting their acceptance letters, they're getting their scholarships, they're choosing the schools that they're going to, and with that, we're really excited because so far, we've had kids apply to a ton of colleges, and it has been a 100% acceptance rate. So every single college that our students at our franchise have applied to, they have gone into. Class 101 as a whole is still very high. It's like 86% or something. But so this is Maria. She got a $42,000 scholarship per year for a private school, St. John. And she's very excited about that. And then that's Jonas. I think I mentioned him before because he brought his test scores up dramatically after meeting with Greg just once, and or just one course, but met with him a lot. So also I talked to another friend of mine actually who has her son with us as a senior, and she was telling me how he was really excited to go to CU Boulder with his 3 buddies. They thought for sure they'd all get in. His friends are all good students. They have good test scores. His 3 friends didn't get in. It's been like really hard and very competitive lately. And she's like, it's crazy because I guess my kid got in because we used you guys, and I think it's important to note that it's the presentation of the application. It's not just test scores and grades. There's a lot more to it, and so that's what we're here for. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through what we do with our students. So the first things first is developing a college list, and yeah, best situation is that you start with us freshman year, maybe sophomore year, and we talk about, we have an ongoing list of colleges that fit this child. This down here is we do a personality quiz with them and just kind of figure out, it helps us figure out the school and also working with them. Our goal is to visit 10 schools, apply to 7, and love 5 of them. Here in Colorado, there's a couple days where you can apply to Colorado schools for free, so our students end up applying to like 20 schools or something. And then keeping up with grades, so we're here to just be on top of like, hey, you got a project coming up, let's talk about this, and get those grades up as high as possible. I've talked a lot about SAT, ACT prep here because it is very important. This is how we get our merit scholarships, and we do have a really, really good prep course situation that we figure out the baseline score, we figure out their trends, and then we have them tackle the tests and tackle those areas several times, and it's extremely effective. So upgrading the resume, so colleges are looking for leaders, so that's what we always want to look like. Our goal is for 10 activities and 5 honors. Another reason why it's good to start with us soon, because this is obviously something we need years to work on. Some of our students applying to competitive schools, we actually have them start nonprofits or do some other sort of summer year. And then, so crafting college essays. I actually had another parent tell me that her kid had a horrible essay coming out of junior year. They started with us right after junior year in high school, and every high school, at least in Jeffco, I know they do work on their essays junior year in school, and he came to us, we did our essay workshops, had an incredible essay after that. So it is important to get some extra help there too, and we also help with those 5 to 10 supplemental essay responses that you're going to have to do as you apply to colleges. And then of course managing applications and deadlines. This is when I get a ton of calls, like senior year, people are freaking out, like, can I get your help? And I'm like, at this point, no, I really can't. Like, we like to work with kids as a whole. We aren't just there to help them with their applications, but it is stressful, especially if you haven't been through it before. There's multiple types of deadlines. There's things called early action. There's situations where you basically have a contract with the school, like if you get in, you're for sure going there. So we help kids manage that and figure out the best situation for them. And scholarships, the reason why we do this too is we want to bring the costs down as low as possible. We all know how expensive college is, and we just want to make that more affordable for more kids. So we do focus a lot on the merit-based scholarships, which is predictable. It's basically, if you get like this score on the SAT, you'll get $5,000 off a year if you go to the school, or something like that. And then outside scholarships are more unpredictable. That's like other organizations and corporate scholarships that are out there. And then pursuing financial aid. So this just changed last year and it was kind of a mess, but we're always keeping up with all those changes and understanding those applications. In the past, a lot of people filled this application out wrong, so they lost out on that money. But our students, we always make sure they get on it right away and that they're filling it out correctly. And we have everyone fill it out, and people are surprised by how much they get.
1 minute.
Often, thank you. And then, so then transitioning to college too. So we help them, decide on their housing and set them up for orientation, and celebrate with them and all of that too. So, I put a plug in for my other business because we're really into like summer camp registration season, and you guys all have my information on Class 101. So, if you have little kids, definitely be signing up for summer camps now. But anyways, so some things I kind of wanted, I didn't know how, I feel like I usually run out of time, but I really enjoy the college planning for me personally. My story was, I was a really good student. I worked hard in high school, and it wasn't until my senior year, and I thought that I was gonna get to go to like Cornell or something, and that was when I first met with my guidance counselor, and he basically laughed at me and was like, you are not getting into that. Like, that's not how this works. Like, you have good grades, but that's about it, and test scores. But anyways, and from that moment on, I was just kind of like, that's not okay. People need to know sooner what they need to do. And, but we don't work with just straight A students. We also we have kids that have like 2.6, 2.7 GPAs, and work with everyone. So, anyways.
Awesome.